ايه. ايه.
اه. مم.
I've been messing around with trying to make the thing work for when I try and submit code. It works fine most of the time, but the only thing that annoys me is just I can't make it what is it called? Work if I haven't finished one part of the code yet. Can't test individual sections.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that you can do that. I've also tried to do that as well and just try to are you talking about just putting one file in
Yeah,
the software?
like well,
Yeah.
not even just like one file,
Like one function, like
yeah,
to test that.
something like that. Either
Yeah,
one of those kind of options.
I think it's testing. It's like it checks for like all the I don't know exactly, but like it probably checks like if all the functions are like defined in the thing in the file or not. But yeah. I get what you mean though. Like you want to see like as you go through the code to see like if you made mistakes or something or errors so that you don't have to like go through all the errors when you submit for the first time. But yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that the software is meant for you to test it on your own, right? And then go through the whole process of testing and then do it all. But yeah, it is really annoying to just get the whole bunch of errors.
Yeah, I think I found the solution for this for at least some of them. Looks like if you just put a random return statement of the same variety, it'll just work.
Oh, interesting. That's good to know.
So yeah, on Quest 4, you have to put a bunch of functions in one file. If
Mhm.
uh it will try to get like it'll try to use every one of the functions, and if it doesn't have a return statement in any of them or the wrong kind of return statement, it will just break. So as long
Mhm.
as there's no errors in the code as a whole, it looks like it works now. Yeah.
Cool. That's great to know. Do any of you have any
Quest
tips, like just general tips for Quest 3? I'm about halfway through it right now.
Is that the one with that's
that branching functions.
Yes, it's the branching functions.
pull it up quick.
Um,
Um, in which kinds of parts are you having trouble with?
I'm still honestly, it's been going pretty smoothly for me so far. But I just wanted to know if there's anything once you guys, because I haven't actually put it in the software yet. I was just wondering if there's anything that you guys anything unexpected that came up.
I think
In
the leap year one was a little annoying, but
Oh,
it
that
was
one
just
is
yeah.
wacky.
That's pretty much it. It's mainly I
uh
think all of the functions are pretty just if else statements.
I
Yeah,
So
think the
it is pretty
I
straightforward. But
think
yeah,
So the
do you have any tips for the
branching
leap year
functions
one?
do
leap
this
year
way.
one, remember
Uh-huh.
the one weird rule they have? The If it's a century year,
Mhm.
then it has to be divisible by 4 centuries. So like
Mhm.
1600 is a leap year, 1700 is not.
Mhm. I saw that when I was Googling, and I didn't know if, I had to take that into account, so it's good to know that I
I
do.
have no clue
So,
if it mattered. I put it in there the first time I tried and it worked.
got it. Okay. Good
yeah,
to know.
I think it should matter. Like it has to like every 100 years should not be, but like every 400 years should work.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
So
Yeah.
the
I
one you
don't.
were talking about, the
Go ahead.
branching functions due this week, right? Not last week.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, it's
that's
this
this
week.
week.
Okay.
Yes. I really need to get ahead on quests.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
it's like
remember exactly the rules, but I remember for leap years, there's kind of like two pathways. But as I was going through, it's like, okay, one of the checks you don't have to do just because it's solved by one of the other checks. I'll look up the rules again, and if I get it, I'll let you know.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah, I just checked if it was divisible by 100, personally, and then just removed it, like the divisibility, by just divide by 100, and then everything just solves from there. Because if you do that kind of thing, then you don't have to worry about any of the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do like multiple layers of checking.
Mm-hmm.
Was this one the one? I think it's the next one that might have like extra like points or something that are harder to get or something. I remember there's one of the quests that like if you do all the steps that he tells you to do, you might not get full points, but then if you like add a couple more features to your functions or something, you get like full points or something like that. I
I
don't know
think
if it
that's
was this
quest
quest.
5. I just
Quest
did that
5?
one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Do you guys have tips on Quest 5? I know I've seen a lot of people struggling with that one.
Uh,
Um,
I'm about to get to that, so I'll find out just how bad it is shortly.
I think that's Eliza, right?
yeah,
Uh,
I think
I think
it.
the first mini quests are pretty straightforward. I think when I was doing it, the main issue I had was for the enter one, which is the last mini quest.
Mm-hmm.
That one I just spent a lot of time troubleshooting the new line statement. So I think like in the instructions it says print a new line after each response.
Mm-hmm.
But the way I interpret it was kind of different than what he was expecting. So
Mm-hmm.
at least like if you're able to get an output and just put in the system, I think for this one in particular, it was kind of easier for me to match up what his expected output was and then go back and do my like revise my code based on that versus reading the words too. So
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I
Yeah, that
just
makes
got here.
sense.
Is this for CS2A or for CS2B for the Quest 5 thing that you're talking about?
5 is 2A.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right.
I think this Zoom is generally for 2A and 2B.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
just wasn't sure
mainly
which one.
2A people on it.
I think
Yeah.
other tips for Quest 5, um, just looking up how to use the find function is something that was helpful for me because each of the conditions you're basically looking for something within a string.
Mm-hmm.
So being able to use that with like the inequality operators was pretty helpful there for me.
Mm-hmm. Have any of you started studying for the midterm yet?
I have not.
Not like
It's
formally, but yeah. Just
mm-hmm.
been like reading some stuff, but that's pretty
Is
much it.
midterm next week?
It's in
It's
2 weeks.
yeah, it's the
Oh,
31st.
okay. Okay.
What stresses me out, I'm stressed out because I've never had a class where like I've never had an async class where it's open for like such a short period of time. Like for my Calc 3 class right now, it's open for like 4 days. And so I'm just stressed out to have like this short window. But yeah, I don't know how you guys are feeling.
Wasn't there a
Wait, that window
poll?
changed. It,
Yeah, there was a
Mhm.
poll.
I guess maybe Mark, you
yeah,
took 2A already, right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I guess for the midterm, I mean, obviously without giving us any of like actual questions, do you feel like the quests were sufficient to, I guess, study for the midterm, or is this kind of like, oh, you need to read the textbook, understand every single function within it, thus
So
far, so
for
like the quest pretty much covers that already?
yeah, if you don't struggle too much with the quest, then there's definitely I don't think there's any like information that we didn't learn
Mhm.
through the quests. And
Okay.
mostly just paying yeah, I think yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe with the exception of a couple questions.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's
Yeah, I
definitely
think
not a big percentage.
because like I was under the impression that it was gonna be more of like super conceptual things that we wouldn't know if we hadn't gone through like all of the modules up to the point where we're supposed to be. And like like Jeremy said, like read the entire textbook and understand everything in it. But it's just mostly like the things that
I
we
think so. I think it doesn't go that deep into like the specific of the language. Mostly just like the manipulation, like give you a loop, and then they give you like an index. Maybe they mess up like something in the index, some like mistakes, or like ask you to keep track of the loop and what it returns and how to fix the code or something. There's not. I don't think there's any very deeply conceptual knowledge.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't remember it very well, but I do remember a lot of solving questions rather than like conceptual stuff.
Okay.
One thing the professor does tend to do is, especially with syntax, he likes to catch you on syntax, especially with random semicolons and some odd spots. But watch out for those and you should be fine with that.
Okay, cool.
Maybe a couple. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I was
Continue.
just saying like maybe a couple tips I could have. I think data type something I definitely messed up on. And then just pay attention to the details. You guys took like the data representation quiz, right? I was like, yeah. So I think there's gonna be some of that in there.
Okay.
Wait, actually, I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I don't actually remember. Okay. But just make sure that knowledge is like in your mind. Yes.
The only question I remember, I don't remember if it was from the final or for the midterm, was a binary thing, translation, and two's complement, I think. A lot of two's complement questions.
What complement?
I don't remember if that was for the midterm or not, though.
These complements and negative numbers.
Yeah, just he
yeah.
said like two's complement. Yeah. So it's just data rep stuff. That makes sense.
The two's complements ones were definitely the hardest ones, so I recommend setting up on that.
Yeah.
Just translations between negative to two's complement to negative.
I vaguely remember someone I think posted last week asking about the midterm too, and I think one of the moderators said that data rep wasn't going to be on it, so maybe that's something Professor can clarify when he watches this video back.
Yeah. If not, I might just Canvas message him as well and just ask like generally what we should be studying. Yeah.
It would probably be helpful to do that as a Reddit post instead, since other people can benefit from that as well.
That's true. What was I going to say? Oh, did you 2B people, did you generally feel like the midterm was harder than you expected or easier?
It was about what I expected, to be honest.
Okay.
Nothing off the rails or easy or anything, just normal.
Okay.
About
Yeah,
the
I
midterm,
remember-
didn't he say like if we get below a certain score, there's a chance to retake? Like at the end of the year, end of the quarter.
I thought that's retaking the class.
I heard that too. I was
Yeah,
just about
like
to.
I
I
heard
think he
that we
said
can.
corrections at least or something. But maybe I'll make a Reddit post and then we can.
I think he said something about retaking the midterm, but I couldn't remember it too well.
Doesn't really sound like something he would do though.
Yeah, I can ask right now. Let me make a post.
That would be really nice if that's the case.
Talking about the midterm earlier when we were saying it's on the 31st and I asked if there was a poll. Don't remember if I need to go back and look at the post again, perhaps, if enough people settle on the day that he can change it to, because I do remember him saying if that day is not good for you, then he can open it another time.
Yeah, he did say to just talk to him if you need another date for sure.
Yeah, I do remember that. But I'm like, I need to look at the poll to see if there's a bunch of other people also picking the same day.
Mm-hmm.
But do not want to get on near Halloween.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
There,
I think he'll
there, wa- there,
probably
wa-
send out a Canvas announcement if that ends up being the case, I would say.
there was a Canvas announcement of a change. So, because I asked for a later date and then he accepted it. So
I
basically
didn't
24
see.
hours later. So it's not on Halloween, but it's on November 1st now. So I don't know I don't know if it's
Huh.
completely changed or if it's an or. We'll look that up.
I don't know. Wait, so is that did you say it was changed for everyone or changed just for you?
I saw a Canvas announcement go out about a change.
Huh.
So if Canvas got that, that means everybody else got it too. I don't know. I'm assuming.
I didn't see that, but I might have just missed it. Did other people see that?
I did not.
Okay. Um mhm. Okay, we can go back.
For people that are in 2B, would you say the green quests get like a lot harder than the blue quests, or
I would
just
say
based off?
it's longer. Maybe Mason will agree with this. I think it's definitely longer, and in terms of difficulty, if you understand like what they expect, like a specific thing you need to know and apply, such as like bit manipulation or something, then I think it's not gonna be too difficult. Yeah, it's gonna be
Honestly,
challenging, but definitely not
yeah, it's
unsolvable.
definitely longer, but I think I did have a bit of a hard time with conceptually because of a lot of memory errors for some of them. Um, I don't quite remember, but I do remember a lot of memory errors.
Got it. What was I gonna say? Oh, I just wanted to clarify. I think I saw something about like once we finish like the blue quests, like the green being extra credit for 2A. Is that the case? Is that true? Is that something that we can do?
I don't think so. I
I
think he
don't
was
know.
saying, if you wanted to skip 2B and you do the homework assignments by winter quarter, then you can go to 2C. I think he said, in the email when we were asking about extra credit last week, if you finish all of the quests for, 2A, so all the blue quests,
Mm-hmm.
can give you more work, like an assignment or project, and that could potentially be extra credit. It seemed
Mm-hmm.
like he said, like, don't worry about extra credit unless you finished all the coursework for 2A already.
Uh-huh. That makes sense. Um, okay. Does anybody else have like general like tips and tricks, things that have been helping them, study schedule stuff even? Like as I have been finding myself not like planning to time block and then not actually doing it because my schedule is kind of insane. So does anybody have tips on how to make sure that you're managing your time correctly?
One thing I would say, like, it's also what I'm doing in 2B right now. I'm just researching everything like in the weekly module, and
Mm-hmm.
then probably just look over like Geeks for Geeks or some YouTube videos or something like that, and just create like a summary, and then like ask people to like correct me if I'm wrong or add more to this information, so that like for the midterm and final, I could just compile this whole bunch of material that people can just easily look at and seeing if that would work. That's one thing I'm doing in preparation for the midterm, I guess.
That's a super great idea. Yeah, for sure.
For a lot of like the functions that you can do, I personally like to try and just use a bunch of kind of like more branching style functions to build my own versions of it to test if I can make a albeit extremely inefficient version, so that I at least know that I understand what I'm doing.
That's so real. That is very real.
Like, I wanted to use an exponent one, but you're not supposed to use like the C math kinds of stuff for Quest 4. So I made my
Really?
own exponent function.
Got it. Okay, so somebody said, I see the midterm is November 1st on Canvas. Okay, so definitely something to check on.
Yeah, I think that Friday might be probably better for me or a lot of other people because it's Halloween on the 31st, which the midterm actually is. But yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks like the 2B one's still 31st.
Mhm. How long is the midterm?
I think that one is time limited at 1 hour.
I remember it being from 30 minutes to an hour. So
I
Yeah,
think,
it
yeah,
says 50 minutes. I just checked.
yeah, the time limit is an hour. Does anyone know? Here, wait, let's see.
Take it on Canvas, right? Online.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah.
find it now. I'm just trying to see how many minutes we get per question, I guess is my question.
It looks like there's 20
Looks like
questions.
3 minutes per
Yeah, 3
question
minutes
because there's
per
20.
question.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool.
I'm a little nervous there.
Yeah, I guess maybe for the other people that already took it last year or in 2A, did you feel rushed at all? Because I think in the data representation quiz, he mentioned it should take an hour, but I did feel kind of rushed just because I was trying to check my answers and whatnot.
Mhm.
Is that the similar case?
Yeah, the data representation quiz was definitely tough for me last year. Because I kind of just did it on the first and didn't really study for it. But then yeah, I don't think the midterm and final are that rushed.
Okay.
I think they're moderate, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I took significantly longer than an hour for the data rep too, because I was just like checking my answers and I was like, I don't want to get it wrong. So yeah, I think that it's good to know that it's not going to be that rushed.
I guess
So
it depends.
salty.
I guess it depends on the question though. Like some questions definitely take longer, and some question like you can answer it conceptually. So that's just a couple second one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did any of you do APCSP?
I
In the
did
past?
CSA.
CSA.
Mhm.
I wanted to take CSA, but my school doesn't have it, which is really lame. But yeah, I was just trying to compare like problem types, but yeah.
Either way, I definitely recommend doing the practice exam, obviously. I remember it being a bit similar, especially in question format, to the actual thing. So it's a good idea to actually even study the questions a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like
for
as
sure.
you're doing them, really understand them first before you move on.
Yeah.
It's available the week of the midterm, the practice exam. Okay.
Okay. That's super, super helpful. Okay, excellent. Is there a time limit on that, or can you just look at it for as long as you need to?
It looks like there's unlimited attempts and there's a 25-minute time limit.
Oh wow, that's short.
That's actually really helpful for pacing yourself, though.
Yeah, there's only 9 questions. So
Yeah. So that's really helpful actually. Okay, cool.
Sorry, what was that for? I might have missed it.
the practice midterm, there's unlimited attempts, but there's 9 questions in 25 minutes. So
Where do we access that? Like, where are you seeing that right now?
you just go on
Canvas.
Canvas. Yeah. On
Where?
quizzes.
Oh, under
Quizzes.
quizzes. Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I like that it's worth 0.09 points.
So for the midterm, like you can take during 3 hours at any time, right?
Yes, it's open for a window of 3 hours. But then once you start it, then you only have an hour to finish it. Mhm.
Here.
Of course.
Hey, really quick, I'm gonna make a post right now, kind of regarding the midterm. So I'll just read the questions. If you guys have any more, I can add it to the post. But said, is there a list of topics available for us to review that will potentially show up? Is it recommended to read the textbook, or is reviewing the quest sufficient? We get clarification on the option for midterm retake corrections. And then last question, there's another post saying we have the option to take the midterm on another date if we have conflicts. Has an alternative date been decided? If so, will it automatically be available in Canvas, or do we need to send an email?
That
That
sounds
sound
great.
good?
That sounds
That's
great.
pretty
Yeah.
good. You can maybe also at him like his username, just so it's like a message towards him. But yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Do you know, you do the U slash and then his name and it works?
Yeah, you
Okay,
just copy his thing. Yeah.
thanks.
I'm not sure if you're allowed to. You probably aren't, but in case you are able to look back through the Reddit, I remember there being a few collection posts from last quarter for the midterms. But again, I'm not sure if you're able to look at those. Mostly though, it just consisted of the topics in the weeks, the modules.
Mhm.
So specifically look at those. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we'll have to make one because technically we're not supposed to look at anything from past sessions on Reddit.
Yeah,
But
so but everything on them was in the weekly modules anyway, so you can just look there instead. My bad.
I would add, in case you are allowed, I think there's like a couple questions, when I took it. So like maybe you can look to a specific difficult question and just work through it, and then you get the idea. Maybe he would allow that. Not sure. Yeah.
Wait, questions where? I'm sorry. I don't.
Like a question, like a screenshot of the question that people get wrong. Like maybe
Oh,
occasionally, I remember this too when I did it. So in case
okay.
you're allowed, maybe that would be very helpful. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I would say, I think in the syllabus it says not to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd be careful
I
there.
think for that reason, probably. But yeah, I think definitely. Yeah, I think in the syllabus it said that like exams are mostly based off of like the weekly action plan, like research these topics. So yeah, I think that's what I'm probably gonna be looking through like Geeks for Geeks and like even Code Academy and other resources and just kind of drilling those and practicing.
How would he block us from seeing the past posts though? Like,
it's not blocked, it's on our phone.
Yeah.
oh, I see. Interesting.
I don't know if you can make those kinds of restrictions on Reddit. I am not the most experienced in Reddit personally.
I think he is one of the moderators for this for the subreddit, so I would assume he has at least some authority to do that. But I don't think he's not going to delete the old ones. But there's nothing he can do to make it impossible for us specifically to not be able to see it.
And I think there are certain cases, I don't remember exactly when, but I think he said there are certain cases like once you finish a quest or like once you finish something that you can go back and like look at how other people scripted things.
Yes,
I
that's
personally
right.
haven't done that, but I know there are like situations where that's allowed. So
That's when you like, I think when you complete the quest and when you get the password, or actually, maybe you, oh no, actually my bad. When you have complete everything, so you think you got all the trophy, then you can like compare your method or something.
Got
I
it.
think he
Okay.
said that.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys know these videos are also the videos that are on YouTube?
I don't
I
think
think
so.
so, actually.
Oh, really?
I just saw it last time.
Directly, it's that same playlist of a CS2A. Yep,
I'm
we're
not
on
sure.
there. Recent ones are
Yeah,
on
I
there.
think we're on there, yeah.
Yeah, I saw the first one we did posted like the next day.
I thought most of them were like he was like doing like code thing, like you're supposed to live code along with him or something like that. So
The
I
first
assumed that he would be on them, but I guess he includes these ones too.
Yeah, I think the older ones are like that. I think he
Maybe
did
like
in one of
the
the last
hybrid
ones
class
too.
ones. I think you mentioned that and a while back. He said something about the live code thing being like for the hybrid students.
Yeah, because we had this discussion about the lecture, if there's any lecture videos last week. And then on his reply to our messages, he did say that they are lectures. And then he recommends watching like I forget if it's two a day or two a week or something. And I did watch them and they do the live coding. It's very helpful to see someone else work through the concepts.
Mm. And then when he's like teaching that, like does he have like a thing he reads off, or does he just make up like, well, not make up, but like just has like a concept and just talks about it for the whole hour, or does he read off like a textbook or something like that?
Either one, you work through an actual problem together.
I
Okay.
had him last in spring, and basically he just talks a lot about like the big picture and stuff, like also like just something like also a little bit unrelated. For example, like perspective, how to say like the coding aesthetics and also careers and everything. And I think for the problem you're talking about, we probably just like implemented linked list or something in class, like not specifically a problem, but just like the concept. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess any one that's done Quest 6, do you have any tips? And I'll probably start that one after this.
That's the pet one. Oh gosh.
Yeah,
I
like a big jump from Quest 5. It seems like there's like a
Well,
lot more.
yeah, you have to learn more like about class objects and stuff. And then I personally had like this really dumb issue, like that kept on like messing up my code and it took me forever to find it. But um it wasn't that bad once you like learn about class objects and just like it just I don't know.
I
It
think the
wasn't
key
that
there
bad,
is
but it
you
took pretty long time.
should do the reading first before you start that quest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys
So
know, is that Foothill CS modules, is that taking the text from that Absolute C++ or is it another book? If anyone uses that. Because I know Gabriel, you sent the Absolute one last week, and I've been kind of
yeah,
referencing. I was just wondering if
and then
this.
I also sent links to like Learn CPP.
Okay.
That one's pretty good. It's basically like a textbook where you go through the index and there's pretty much everything that would be in a textbook is covered in like a hypertext linked
Hmm.
document. So it's
Okay.
I
pretty
also
complete.
used the CS Club modules and those helped out a lot too. Like the guy, I feel like the guy the but it's like kind of in like a lecture format and it just felt pretty straightforward to read through it. But yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. 'Cause I
The other
remember
thing about the pet is that it's not going to compile until you've done quite a bit of code already. And so that makes it it's a little bit hard to debug that way. So I don't know what to do about that. You just have to do the coding, then go back and test it.
Okay.
Yeah, but then once you get 6 down, it's relatively easy to do 7 because they're related, and you just like kind of import the files from 6 into the next files. Like for 7, you have to upload 4 files, including the 2 that you uploaded for 6. So yeah, 7 felt smoother, at least for me, going into after I finished 6.
Okay. Oh, you're really ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm currently on the last one, but I think I'm gonna wait a little bit because until I fully tackle it, I want to study on the midterm. So yeah.
And then, but it sounds like you can also take do all the green quests and then you could skip 2B. So there is some
Yeah,
advantage
I
to
was like
keep going.
considering it, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
I have
I think there
found
was one person.
I have
Sorry, yeah.
found one random weird issue that I've noticed. A few places when you're converting a couple kinds of no, like numbers to letters, I don't know why it does different precisions for different kinds. Is there any reason for that?
I think one thing that's like essay stream, like that tends to work for me. Like I think that's for quest 4, right?
Yeah.
Where it like because yeah, when I got the issue, like I saw it was like a sick fix, but then I think I searched it a little more. I think it's just like actually no, I don't know the reason, but it just works. So
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, I
As
just
Stream
long
looked
as
it
streaming.
up right now too. At least for me, for that one, I think I was trying to use toString. And it
Yeah.
said it converts a number to a string with the default precision of 6 decimal places.
Yeah.
But like O-string stream, it says it has custom control, and I think someone made a Reddit post of them using set precision too, which
So O
like,
string, did you say?
yeah.
yeah, you want to use that. I think that's what he expects, so that's probably what he's testing for too. So
Yeah,
then
that's what I have to assume because when I was looking at the testing, it always had 6 digits that were correct. So I check how many is in here. I don't remember if it's 6 digits or 6 decimals. It's 7, sorry, no, it's 7 digits no matter which side of the decimal point it's on. So like you could have a number that's more precise if it's like 0.0 or more zeros something, and it'll be less precise if it's like 1.3 and then continuing onwards or something like that because it'll round off that last number. So I see. I'll look into
yeah.
that O string. Okay.
Yeah,
I actually
alongside
made a
that,
post for this, so I'll probably send it in the chat and then hopefully it helps. Let me
All
get
right.
it.
Thank you. I'll take a look at that.
I recommend looking into string streams in general. Not only O string streams, but also I string streams. Both have their use cases, though you won't really use ISS in the quests, but OSS is definitely useful for all the two-string methods you'll write.
Yeah, I sent in the chat too, for you to reference.
All right. Let me pull it.
Like, did you mention that there's a session like solving problems together? Like that kind of we can attend.
Well, he has these like lecture videos on his YouTube channel where he like pulls up he just like lectures for a bit and then he starts like live coding like throughout the video and you can like follow along with like how and you learn through that. But I haven't watched them, but apparently that's what happens.
Oh,
So his YouTube channel, I think you just search up like nonlinear on YouTube, and it'll probably show a linear quests, maybe?
Non-linear
No,
media. Yeah, those are the
nonlinear.
lectures we were talking about earlier.
Oh, media, yeah. Nonlinear media. And then, yeah, so I can maybe just.
Hey guys, quick update too. I think Professor just responded. So it looks like he's going to attend the next Thursday Zoom meeting and then clarify any questions regarding the midterm. So should be good. And then we have like a week after that to study. So
All right, that sounds great.
I think there's like some string object specifics for the string we're talking about. I feel like that would be a great Reddit post. I haven't looked into it, so maybe you guys could also do that.
The string, like streams, like string
The
strings, or
Thanks,
yeah,
right?
there's different objects for that. Yeah, the input and output string, I think.
oh yeah. I think there's been some like posts about it, but yeah, I don't know. I responded to some of them, but there's probably more too. So
I think it's called string classes structure. I'm on the Geeks to Geeks page right now. I think you search that up, I think that will be helpful.
okay. And I think there was a question, like there's a post or something. Someone was asking like the difference between like I string stream, O string stream, and just string stream, because apparently you could just use string stream, like how you would use like O string stream or something. But I haven't used string stream like by itself without having like an O or an I in front of it. So I'm not entirely sure if there is a difference or not.
Mm, it's not recommended to use string stream. Oh, string stream and iString stream stand for output and input. O string stream, you can think of it like cout, and iString stream like cin. It's more of a protective measure. He talks about stuff like that in, I don't remember. I think it's the Q quest.
Okay.
Where you basically take away some features in order to make the data structure more safe. It prevents you from pulling from an O string stream or pushing into an I string stream. So it's generally not recommended to use string stream regularly since it doesn't have any of those
I
restrictions.
see. Okay. Okay. I think that's all the questions I have. I have to go, but see you guys.
thanks everyone. I'm going to hop off and work on the next quest.
Thank you.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yeah.
Mark, have you done quest 5 for CS or quest 14, I guess?
Or 2B.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quest 5.
The
What
complex
you want to say?
kiwi.
Oh, the Kiwi, and yeah, right. Yeah, I done it.
Wait, did it?
Do you have any questions?
No, I just thought because I just wanted to bring it up because I liked it.
Yeah, for me, like it's the easiest one. I like just typing out so many functions there. Actually, I'm not sure because currently I have like I'm missing like 3 trophies.
For
But
which
then I
quest?
think oh my bad. Are you like 2A? From
Yeah.
2A?
Wait, is this 2B?
Oh, we're just talking about 2B stuff for a moment. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
do you have any
it's
questions? No?
I had one about the quest. I could find it.
Sure, yeah.
Uh, it was about the fourth quest, the zebra one.
Mhm.
Someone similar asked something on Reddit, but I didn't understand like what they were, like what the answers were giving, like what the responses were. But it was something, like it was the get line thing in the iString stream. But like when I used user input, like I also did what she did. I used user input, in order to like, for people to enter numbers, right, to get the guess. But I was wondering like, what is the iString stream and like, why is that better?
Mm, Actually, I have no clue. Yeah, I just find it to work. It's like the different string objects.
How do I implement it?
For the iString stream,
Yeah.
it's just you declared so you declared and then you like how to say you use the
Declares a function.
so like how you declare like integers. So you just do like iString stream and
Uh-huh.
then you have like a name for it and then you can use like the C in um I don't know with like the C and like the arrows.
To get the user input.
Yeah, and then yeah, I think that kind of works.
Okay,
I
so
kind of forget it too, so
is it like I make a
just
function
let me
called
search it up.
iString stream or
iString stream is a data type, so you can create a
Yeah.
variable of type iString stream. And then like you would with cin, by the way, you have to initialize it with a type by using parentheses with your string inside of it.
okay.
Since iString stream, you can't actually put anything inside afterwards.
Okay.
Then using the arrow operators, the right arrow operators, you can basically pull in each word separated by space one at
Okay.
a time,
So
same as you would with cin.
okay. So you can't like once you call it, you can't like replace the numbers inside of the
No,
okay,
it's
that
usually
makes
used
sense.
for string processing.
Sorry, say that again.
It's usually used for string processing, so like you don't have to loop through the entire thing as one string. Instead, you can separate each word pretty individually.
Okay.
You don't end up using it in the quests very much, I don't think. So,
Is this the only one where I would use it in?
which one?
The zebra quest?
Probably no, but it's good to know.
I
It's
don't
good to
remember, but
Mm.
yeah, it's definitely
okay.
good to
Because
know.
I know like it also involves like header file. So like then do I use the iString stream in like a header file or do I do it in a normal CPP file?
Header files
Mm,
are used for for
Function.
outlining a class. You don't usually, it's like for defining class members and stuff, but the
Uh-huh.
inside of functions you would define in an appropriate c.cpp file. So
Okay.
it's like any other variable.
Okay, okay. Would I be able to like sorry, this is the last question. Would I be able to
No.
do the iString stream in like an HTTP file like in a function and then call that function? Would that work?
yeah, right.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like
You write it.
I do the command inside like so like in an HTTP file I have the function and then I implement it there and then when I call the function in my C++ file it would show the iString stream thing, right?
I think it should
What do you
work,
mean by
right?
show?
What?
What do you mean by show?
Like it would display it on when I execute the code, like what it would still run, right?
It doesn't display anything, but it
It runs your function, right?
Oh, it runs your function. Okay, okay.
yeah,
Thank
it
you
would
so
run your
much.
function.
Okay.
I
Sorry, I
hope
was a
that
little
helps.
confused on the question.
That was it. Thank you so much.
Um,
Um, do you have anything you want to ask?
Me?
Anyone?
Well, I can't think of any questions right now. I just can't get off the call yet until I park my car.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, then I'll be going then.
all right. See you guys.
Bye. See you maybe next